Salutations, all. So today, this is going to somewhat go hand in hand with some of the things I talked about in my epic video from about 5-6 months ago, Basic Principles Part 1, except I'm going to go into the food category. So I have thought long and hard about this. I've reached deep into the few working brain cells I have within the brain housing group, and I have titled this Nutrition Basics Part 1. You might have noticed I've changed the angle on the camera a little bit as well because I am a thrill seeker. So you're welcome for such wondrous variety as you may be beholden to within the videos. I'm going to make this short and sweet, mostly because I'm a bit hangry myself at the moment. The chicken is a cookin'. Sir Ivan is watching after it and definitely not trying to eat it right now. So, the first principle I'm going to attack is hydration. So, what are we made up of mostly? I'm personally made up of mostly emptiness and rage, but for normal humans, we're made up of mostly water. Your hydration levels affect everything you do, from your energy levels to your metabolism to, well, even your daily mood and your efficiency to move, to think. Everything you do is affected by your hydration levels. So, drink water, especially if you're in the 1,000-degree pre-summer heat of Texas like I am. So that is the first thing to do. It should just be common sense. Just drink water steadily and regularly. Do not just chug down 8, 10, 12 ounces an hour. So it's just going to go right through your system. So just sip steadily throughout the day. If you want to carry around a nice gallon jug, the reason I started doing that was basically to remind myself. I'm constantly carting around a reminder to drink enough water through the day to support myself, my activity levels, and anything else I should be taking on that day. So, hydration is important. That's just common sense. And no amount of Kool-Aid or soda or whatnot. And there's water in beer. Yeah, there's water in just about everything. But nothing substitutes for water as far as your hydration other than water. So, drink a bunch of it. You'll be all the better for it. The second thing I want to tackle is to make sure you have breakfast. Set the tone for your metabolism and your energy levels throughout the day. If you're running out the door and just swigging down a half gallon of coffee and working 4 or 5 hours before you even have any food, combine that with your sleep. That's a long time for your body to be in a deprived state. Your blood sugar is shot. Your metabolic function is moving at the speed of rusted gears that just got molasses poured into them. Your energy levels are going to be low. Your proficiency levels for, say, your job are not going to be up to par. So set the tone for your day with all of those factors by having some food. I recommend a source of all 3 macronutrients, the protein, the carbs, and the fats. Eggs, of course, being the protein, the fastest digesting whole food protein source, which is why they're so great to have in the morning. My carb of choice is oats, and lately I've been pouring honey on it and adding almonds. So there I got my 3 macronutrients right there. I got a good solid carb base to start the day off with. I brought my blood sugar back to normal. I've set the tone for my metabolism for the day. So a few hours from there, I'm going to be hungry again. But for those few hours, I'm going to be much more alert. What does they say? Alert, alive, awake, enthusiastic. However that jingle goes. So, again, just think of it as setting the tone for your day, especially workaholics. Even if you're just working, you're still focusing, you're still burning energy. Maybe not as much energy if your job isn't as physical, but either way, your brain needs nutrients. It needs fuel, and if you're not eating, you are in a deprived state. So, make sure you have the breakfast. Set the tone for the day. The third principle, third and final, because 3 is a magic number. For those of you that watch your Schoolhouse Rock, you are familiar with that, so I'm going to keep this video magical. So, is to have protein before carbs. Believe it or not, there's actually an order of events, and the reason for that is the speed of the digestion. Carbs digest much quicker than protein. Why is this a bad thing? Because fast digesting carbs throw the blood sugar up higher and faster, and what goes up must come down. A good example of this is maybe your restaurants, your Thanksgiving dinners, where you start off with a ton of bread, usually white bread. I don't go to restaurants that often, but they usually start you off with some sort of white bread. So you're having a white starchy carb first, you're shooting your blood sugar up very high, and then about 20-30 minutes later you actually finally have the meal. So you're setting your blood sugar up to come crashing right back down, so you'll be all nice and lethargic. Yes, I see you. Thank you for guarding the chicken, Mr. Ivan. He likes announcing his presence as well because he's a glory hog. So, make sure that you have your protein first. Protein digests more slowly than the carbs, and it's going to keep the digestive process essentially on a more, without getting too complex, it's going to keep it on a more even keel. You'll digest more efficiently. Your blood sugar will stay ideally in the safe range known as homeostasis, and again, it'll be more efficient for your metabolism. You should be having protein with every meal anyways, because protein is the building block of your muscle tissue. So to support muscle tissue, which of course supports your metabolic function, because the more muscle you have, the more you burn fat, the hotter your engine burns, so to speak. So that's kind of a 3.5 principles for this video, but think of it as a bonus. So, to conclude, stay hydrated, make sure that you are having your breakfast and setting your tone throughout the day, and make sure you have your protein before your carbs for optimal digestion and metabolic health and proficiency. So, on behalf of myself and the fur ball here, thanks for listening. Go forward and make sure that you do the unconventional to become the unbelievable. I will talk to you later.